What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Wanted to take a post-nerf look at the Gargoyles, and where I've used them so far has been pretty smooth sailing, but I haven't done any tough content with them yet. We're going to try them out here on Chaos 10 Unholy Catacombs, and we're going to be taking advantage of that Napalm Gargoyles to get that free ignite. Can't wait to get that bad boy gilded. Need to focus on that a little bit. And then we're going to use some werewolf commanders too, going with this on the werewolf commander. Now, I am very curious about this werewolf commander. If you actually gave it a medallion and some aggressive type mods, and maybe even threw that empowering claws on there, I'm wondering if that is going to be something that might be fun to play around with as like an actual DPS tower. Hoping so. We're going to check it out here, though, and see just what the Gargoyles are going to do here after the nerf. So I'm going to start things off with just a destructive pylon right in the middle. I'm going to try to get everything close enough to that. That is not a destructive pylon at all. That will be, though. Now I'm going to try to get everything close enough to this destructive pylon. I'm going to be a little bit suspect whether or not I can get everything in close enough, but we'll see here. Let's see, and then let's go with, we'll go with 2 gargoyles here. We'll go with 3 on each of the outer lanes. I do want to put the gargoyles a little bit tight just to get them in as close enough as possible. I don't want to put them right on the core, but I did want to make sure that I'm picking that destructive pylon up on all of these items. And then let's see, let's go with a werewolf commander. Let's give that werewolf commander a reflect beam. Now that reflect beam's also got shattering torpedo on it. I'm using an old relic because what relic you use and what mod you have on the reflect beam just don't matter. Either have a tenacity servo or use an automation shard. That is literally the only requirement. However, if you throw a shattering torpedo in the mix, you're going to get some free earth damage. And in this particular case, the gargoyles, of course, are poison. So we get a little petrify combo right at the wall for free, which is kind of nice. And then what? We'll slap one more over here. And let's see what's left. We got enough for a buff beam, so let's go ahead and full buff it. So the big enchilada buff beam all across all the things, and that puts us right at 800. So good stuff there. Let's see. I think we just upgrade the gargoyles, right? Yeah, we got enough for all the gargoyles. So let's hit one upgrade on all the gargoyles. And I think my main concern here is going to be, the chieftains are going to push all the way to the wall. When the chieftains are at the wall, though, in that few seconds of them being immune, the gargoyles are still going to be slamming into them. So if there's any, like, frost orcs or whatever that are behind the chieftains, I think that could cause a potential issue. But I think that is really the thing I am the most concerned about. But let's check it out and see how it runs here. Doing the old super turtle, of course, so we'll have to wait for enemies to come up. The Zerks are just going to get wrecked. Like the Vanguards, all those should just get annihilated for sure. I don't think we have to worry about anything until we start getting cyborgy. Or if we start getting, here's our first chieftain here. We got 2 chieftains. Now that one popped his buff way back there, which is huge. This other guy hasn't popped it yet. But I think that werewolf will easily heal through that chieftain damage, yeah. I am so curious about those werewolves. It's going to be an expensive relic to put together just for testing that you may end up just scrapping immediately afterward. Or not scrapping, but you know what I mean. Wasting the resources. So I've been a little hesitant to put together a true DPS werewolf commander here. But I am indeed curious to see what it could do. Well, it looks like we had a little Gobu on the sneak. So yeah, there's those frost mobs coming in, which I was a little bit concerned about. Actually, it looks like my reflect beam placement could be a little suspect there. I have to check these other ranges or other lanes as well with the little Gobus. Looks like we're good on this lane, maybe. Basically, what I'm looking for is the little lob shots. If the little Gobus are throwing those little grenades that they lob in and they're not bouncing back and that they're exploding on the ground right here, then that means your reflect beam is too close to your wall, so you just need to move it back just a little bit. So it looks like besides that one little frost orc bomb business there, where we started getting frozen up, it looks like this is going to just slap hard. Let's see, let's just move that out to about there. That should be more than enough. Throw a few more upgrades in, and let's just go ahead and jump on forward to wave 5 and see how it holds up with the final wave here. And here we go in wave number 5. Now, I prioritized the Gargoyles for upgrades. Didn't throw any upgrades on anything else. I actually might have a little bit left over to do a few werewolves for this final wave. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just hit a couple of them. Actually, we can hit them all. So good stuff there. It's crazy smooth, y'all. So the 15% damage nerf to Gargoyles and then taking away the double ignite stacking from the shard is just not really a massive change. So you know, obviously we didn't need that 15% more power. It's doing fine here just as it is, so I don't think I personally am going to miss it, and I'm still going to use Gargoyles the same way I would have used them prior to having the update in. So you see now that they're full upgraded, they're just blasting. So the cyborgs just insta-explode. Of course, they're getting zerged by 8 Gargoyles here at once, basically, because every Gargoyle is hitting every lane. Here we go with another chieftain rolling in. We do have a siege roller coming. They're not going to automate the siege roller because of the way I have them placed, but they are really good at taking out siege rollers when you have them out in a lane somewhere. Of course, I didn't want to put them out in the lane where they're going to get just borked and frozen. Let's see how the captain... Oh, the captain just evaporated before he even got there. Here comes a double chieftain run here. They're just getting nuked. Yeah, just getting absolutely blasted. That's really the only setback, is like in a build like this where you've got the Gargoyles back behind the walls. When a chieftain comes up, it is going to have that moment of invulnerability, and that's going to distract the Gargoyles. So if there's a bunch of other enemies that are a little more dangerous in the mix, it's going to cause a few problems for sure. I think, well, let's just take the Gargoyle once he makes it, or take the roller, the Gargoyle. We'll take the roller as soon as he makes the turn here. I can get a shot on him. That is one of the big benefits of using that piercing weapon. I think I'm going to have to farm one of those. Like, we wouldn't be nuking that roller here now, but all the shots are being deflected by the little guys here. See if we can't just get in there. There we go. No shots deflected. This Earth Guardian's bow, it is the highest single target damage bow, but I don't really care for it. I feel like I liked the Phoenix bow more, and I think I would like the Genie bow even more from there. So I farmed this one out last night, and I did get a very small DPS increase as far as like single target dummy DPS. But the only place I'm going to note it... Well, first off, it's so small, it's almost unnoticeable. But additionally, the only place I think I would ever really notice it is just on the boss fights itself. So for general use, I think I'm going to end up ditching this bow, probably. I mean, I'll keep it around, of course. but I'll end up stripping all the mods off of it and just adding it into the collection. As it is a good bow. Not a maximum roll, but a pretty decent roll on it, so very usable. And let's just burn through these flyers here. We'll let Gribbs roll up on his own and see. I mean, I think they're just going to annihilate Gribbs because there's not any other enemies, so all 8 Gargoyles are going to be slamming into him. So it should just be a complete beatdown. Get that flyer out of the way at least. Chieftain there. Actually looks... Or no, we're getting a bounce back on the little Gobus. Oh, man. Gribbs didn't even get a chance to say hello. Holy crap. So there is the post-nerf Gargoyles, y'all. They're still really good. Obviously, mine is all decked out, and this is just Chaos 10 content. So pretty much anything all decked out is going to beat it. But it's a matter of how smoothly it does beat it. And the Gargoyles still are doing pretty darn well. You get free poison. You get a free ignite for Drakenlords, assuming you're using the Napalm Gargoyle Shard. It's just good stuff. So very, very solid defense from the Hunter in Dungeon Defenders 2. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.